Hello, everyone. Good evening. It is time for Poor
Hello.
Choices, Sip and Chill. I have nothing to sip but water. What about you?
Oh, I have Oktoberfest beer. I got very
Mm.
excited at HEB today. Not only does Shiner have theirs out, which is pretty good. It's not as good as Sam Adams, but not only does Shiner have theirs out, but they have like at HEB, they have single bottles and cans you can buy and make your own six-pack
Mm.
kind of thing. And I found like 5 or 6 different Oktoberfest from companies I've never even heard of. So I'm excited to try them all. And
Very, very, very cool.
it's
I want a
hot. So
Samuel
it's like a
Adams
beer.
beer. I
Right?
want a
I love
Samuel
Sam
Adams.
Adams, and I haven't seen Oktoberfest for Sam Adams yet, at least not here in Bastrop. So when it comes out, it's
Yeah.
good. This is a good alternative though, the Shiner one. If you don't have the Sam Adams in your area, it's a good alternative. It's nice and orange.
Very
It's
cool.
delicious.
Very cool.
Delicious. Yeah, booze
Yeah.
plug. It's the 115 degrees here in Texas right now. So I was like, I need something
It's
cold.
hot.
Wine did not sound good. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, white wine would have been perfect, but that's okay. It's okay.
fresh out, unfortunately. Fresh out of wines.
Yep. So I hope you guys are having a good evening. We have I legit have 20 tabs open of a bunch of different stuff. I don't know if we're going to make it through all of it. Probably not, but
There's
we'll
always
see.
next week, you know?
There's always next week. Exactly. And yeah, I thought we'd start with a little bit of news. But before that, Cajun Corey has dropped $5. Thank you so much.
Dollars.
I used to date a girl with a lazy eye. I had to break up with her because I was worried she was seeing another man on the side.
I swear to God, Corey's the reason I drink.
Oh God. Wow. Corey, you hear that? You hear that?
The reason I drink is because of Corey.
I was gonna say the reason you drink is Tara. He had sent you a bunch of wines.
Oh yeah, that too. Tara, Ian is my sponsor, and Tara Crystal is my wine sponsor. Like
There we go.
I'm almost out of wine, Tara, by the way.
Uh-oh. Oh my. Oh my. We got Nightmare with $5 says Mark was very based on side scrollers last week. Protect that man, X-Ray. I will do my best, but right now he looks like Mario and he only has a mustache. And I'm sorry. I'm just I told him, I'm like, you need to grow the beard back. Grow it back. It's like, give me 9 days.
Why do men insist on growing just the mustache? It only works for certain people, and that certain people is Tom Selleck. Unless you are Tom Selleck, no. Actually, that's not true. The only second person it works for is Scotty. I've rated him on Twitch a couple times. Scotty Fitness on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram. He's got this like Yosemite Sam. It's red too. Thick mustache, and it looks really good on him. Other than that, stop it.
Well, Mark had to do it for work. He has to get a mask fit, which whatever. The man, I literally have had a mask fit every 2 years and my mask has not changed. Mark has neither gained or lost too much weight that it would affect that. So screw you. Mask fit test.
I hear that. Duke has to do that for work too. Stupid freaking masks.
I know.
He's like, we're gonna shave my face.
Just get the airborne diseases. It's fine. I'm kidding.
I forgot about Sam Elliott. You're right. I'm sorry. My bad. Sam Elliott. Sorry.
Oh, but
it's me, Mark. You.
Let's see. We have some news here. Breaking news about a breakup, or should I say a divorce?
Uh-oh. Who now?
Are we even surprised about this? JLo files for divorce from Ben Affleck.
Disappointed but not surprised. She's a black widow, I swear to God. But in marriages. She doesn't actually kill anybody, but she is a black widow of marriages.
She collects some rings like Thanos.
Oh my Lord Jesus, take the wheel.
It actually is crazy because they got married in 2022. I was reading another article. I'm like, I'm actually shocked they were together for that long. It feels like
it's been 2 years already. I was so excited. I thought
Yeah.
How cute. You guys know how much I love Ben Affleck. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Like 20 years later, you hear stories
The
about that
time
all the
is
time.
now. Because that
And
happens
then
to people where the timing is off,
yeah,
and, maybe it was
20
their
years
time
later.
now.
I'm
I think
I'm
JLo is
disappointed
just
but not
insufferable.
surprised. Jen, you know what, Ben? Listen, I mean, I won't say this seriously, but if you had come to me a few years ago, I'd have married you, and I won't divorce you, you poor schmuck. Make you some pancakes or something. Jeez, this poor
Jeez,
man.
it was the big booty Latina that kept drawing him in.
Guys, I hate to break this to you. Most men don't fall for it. Okay, the Latinas, they're crazy. Don't fall for it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So she filed for divorce yesterday at the LA County Superior Court. The official separation date is listed as April 26th, which people were guessing that they were,
Yes, I remember that a few months ago. People were like, "Oh, I think they're on the outs," blah blah blah, and I was like, "No, I didn't want to believe it." And here we are.
Yeah. I guess I don't know if it's Affleck or more Lopez. I'm gonna lean
I don't
towards Lopez, which it's surprising because she was married to, or not married. Was she married to the baseball player for a long time or was engaged?
I think they
She's just
were.
with him.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they ever. I don't think they got married.
I think they got
Rodriguez.
engaged, but they didn't
Yeah,
get
I
married,
don't
but
think
they were
they got
together
married.
a while,
They were
like a
together.
long time. Maybe marriage ruins relationships, according to her track record.
I can't with her. Normally I would say it was Affleck because he has a history, but in this case, I'm pretty sure it's her.
I'm pretty sure it's her too. So they got married
Mark
last
Anthony,
year.
yes. They were married for a while.
A long time. Yeah. So they got married in Vegas after resparking their relationship from 2 decades prior, which was dubbed Bennifer by tabloid publications at the time and was a fixation of their coverage in the early 2000s. The two tied the knot again in a large ceremony basically a month later. So dang. Whoa! 2 years exactly. They lasted 2 years from their second second time they got married.
But there's no never mind. I thought the article ended there. I was like, is there no reason? What's the reason?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
Let's see. Right. Both got married and divorced in the intervening years. Lopez to Mark Anthony, Affleck to Garner. Then the two began a public relationship again roughly 3 years ago. Lopez provided frequent updates on her engagement and eventual marriage to her fans through her social media presence. Lopez also explicitly addressed the relationship in her most recent album, This Is Me Now, a sequel to her 2002, This Is Me Then. Oh, that's kind of cute. I like that. I didn't hear any of her music, but whatever.
Some of the music in there, I haven't heard it, but she did like this movie on Amazon that was an allegory for her love life or whatever.
Oh,
I don't know.
Here.
It was dumb.
Me Now, a love story.
Yep.
Which is on Prime.
Which is all about her finding true love again after 20 years and blah, 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 blah.
And growing as people.
Ma'am.
Wow.
Now, listen, at least from an outside perspective looking in, because you guys know how much I like Ben Affleck. From what I can tell, at least physically that I've seen, he hasn't been in the news for being an idiot in a very long time. He's actually changed. So from what we can tell, whether he'll stay that way, and it's always the thing. Apparently, she's just Black Widowing up over everyone. What the heck, man? Poor Ben.
She
I feel so bad for him.
Didn't work the first time, and now not again. I just
He looks. He looks so good. Look at him. He's keeping the weight off. He looks healthy. He's a lot healthier. He stopped the drinking. He looks so good.
Heal.
Idiot. God, she's so dumb. We'll never get Chile 2.
Oh, God. I didn't even watch Geely 1. Was it even that good?
I can't imagine Matthews remembers this.
Maybe Geely 2 is on to the next. That was her then. This is her now. And now we get Geely 2 on to the next.
I know, Mark. I don't know what else to call it, though, to be honest with you. I don't know what else to call it. There's no term for the divorcing. She's not a gold digger because she's got her own money. So I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what else.
Does she? I have no idea. No idea.
Ben Affleck was a bomb in Phantoms, yo. Now that's a reference. Well
I
done,
don't know what that is. I don't care about JLo. I just thought it was funny.
She's killing marriages is what she's killing. God, this widow. I can't. I'm calling her a Black Widow from now on. I mean, I don't really like her anyway. Her music's okay. I like her old stuff more than her new stuff. I think she's a better actress than she is a singer. Selena is a great movie, and the movie Enough is one of my favorite of hers. That's her best acting there. Angel Eyes is pretty good
Made
too.
in Manhattan. I like that.
Oh yeah, I love Made in Manhattan. That was a good one. But oh my
Davina, stop.
Jinx.
Her loved. Oh my god, stop. I'm not touching.
Davina, we see you.
One of us has to. You do it.
All right, I'm doing it.
Excuse me. Oh god. Her love did cost a thing after all. Her sanity.
The Cell was really good, but I will die on the hill of Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn is in that movie, right? Yes, Vince Vaughn stole the show in The Cell, even though he wasn't in it for very long.
Yeah.
That's a freaky movie. If you've not seen The Cell with Jennifer Lopez, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Gotta watch that. Let me know your thoughts.
I think you have to be like drugged, don't you, to watch that, maybe? I watched it when I was a kid. Do I remember? Not really.
It's quite interesting. She goes in the mind of a serial killer. And I can't remember if it's to find a victim. I think he's got a victim. I can't remember now. It's been so long. It's trippy though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. She has to go into the mind of a serial killer to find who the victim is. Blah blah blah. And she gets all wookie walkie or something.
Who
funny.
plays the? Oh, gosh, now I gotta look it up. The Cell movie. Now I gotta look it up.
It was a long time ago.
And she looks so good with that dark black hair. She had that black hair in Selena too. That looks so good on her. Anyway, that's a whole other argument.
Selena was so good, the movie.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn stole the show though, you guys. She was great in that movie. Don't get me wrong. But Vince Vaughn stole the show. I'm biased because I like Vince Vaughn. I got a crush on that one. Enough is her best movie. I would agree. Like as far as acting skills go, Enough really, I was like, dang, this girl can. Not that she's a terrible actress, but like she's got some range, and then it all went downhill.
Maybe she got into a relationship. That's where it went all downhill.
Stop getting married. I can't. Yep. Anyway.
Okay. And this is some more news. I just thought this was funny. Just Desserts, because we know our girl Amouranth. She's controversial, but her ASMR channel, has been banned on YouTube for sexual content. Now, can we just get all the yoga, like the naked yoga videos taken down as well? Like, I know what those girls are doing. It's basically like as if those girls on Twitch with the showering, the hot tub streams, you know?
Why? But what is she doing? I have to know. What is she doing that makes it sexual content? Is she like, is she like moaning in the microphone?
Our policy team confirmed the termination was correct. YouTube said justifying the decision to delete the channel by referring to an article on the platform's nudity and sexual content policy. She was probably like slurping on the
but mic. They literally have naked yoga. I don't understand the difference.
Well, remember her horse video? She like where she wore the horse mask. We can't show it, of course. She was like deep throating the mic and like humping it and doing some crazy stuff.
That is not like it was.
But that for her it is.
No.
Honestly, it's all a gateway to her OnlyFans.
Fair. Very fair.
So I get why she does it. The marketing makes sense. But do I agree with it? No. And clearly YouTube does not agree. So, yeah, she should have been terminated a long time ago.
Oh, we've got T in the chat. Hi, Brunsberg. That nudity policy is base. Well, that's fair, but I have questions. Dude, yoga where? Yeah. Hi, Mike. We see you. A thumbnail of a woman showing her privates? What?
I don't know about that one. I cannot confirm nor deny that. Allegedly. We'll say allegedly.
The body painting, depending on the body painting, listen, I'm not defending everybody, but I follow a girl on Instagram. She's got red hair. Her name escapes me at this point in time. But she does body painting on her Twitch streams. I don't think she's ever been fully naked though. I mean, she's, you know, not got a lot of clothes on depending on the painting. She's usually here up, but I think she wears like a wrap. That is cool. That is awesome. As long as you have the little wraps on, which you're supposed to, I don't mind that. But if there is a nudity policy, what is the difference? What is the difference?
I don't know. So on
August 20th, saw the thumbnail.
Well, then we'll see what she says here. So she posted here, "Hey team YouTube, I uploaded an ASMR. My whole channel got suddenly removed without warning. I was just brushing the mic with a paintbrush." Press X out. Press X to freaking out. So after tagging, the official support team responded, asked the streamer to share more information on her channel. Once they had the info, they explained the termination was no error. So appreciate your understanding of our need to make this tough call. So yeah, apparently, oh wow, this channel has been around a while, 2014.
Oh. Yeah, but has she been doing that since 2014, or has it just been like my channel has been
I don't know.
Active since like 2012 or something, I think, maybe even older. Technically, I had to register to watch videos or whatever once I became an adult. So I've had my account for over 10 years, but I've only started posting within the last year, maybe 2.
Yeah. So her main channel is still there with almost 1 million subs. I'm actually surprised it's not more. And
right?
This
That's actually low for her.
I know this ASMR channel is at 750K almost. So, wow. Well, flew too close to the sun.
Listen, if you follow Amouranth, also follow me on YouTube. I don't do any of that, but I'm funny sometimes.
She'll use a brush to put on the mic, maybe. To sum it up, I must say I regret nothing. Oh God, please stop it. No. Please don't. No, I don't like that. Please no. Please hold. Well, like, go kill Tugs. It's unclear if she plans to appeal the decision. This ban comes in the middle of a rough August for the streamer, in addition to being overtaken as the most watched female streamer. Wow. Okay. She's dealing with a stalker that's harassing her, and Amazon selling bootleg merch of her likeness. Oh, poor you. You crossed the line. You flew too close to the sun. You got deleted. I have no sympathy for you on that. The girl makes quite a killing on OF. She's fine.
That's my tagline. I don't show my tits, but I'm funny.
Yeah. Yep.
Sometimes.
Maybe single guy cooking. Jay should just do some ASMR with a paintbrush.
Yeah,
it might get close to 1 million subs.
I won't touch it, but I'll just mimic like I'm brushing the microphone.
Thank you. I just don't want to hear it in my ears. My ears are too sensitive.
I never understood those ASMR videos.
No, I mean, I like cooking ASMR. I find that satisfying to listen to, but I don't like for like sexual content. Weird.
My favorite ASMRs, and I don't even know if they're really, some of them are, some of them aren't. It depends on the person, but I love like the restocking ones where they restock the fridge or they restock like all their, that's my thing. I love those. Those are fun. It's like, come restock my fridge with me. And they're like, they what?
But like, it's literally so stupid. They'll be like, okay, I'm going to take the grapes and put them into teeny tiny containers that have 4 grapes. It's a little much.
Yeah. Although, you know what though?
Water containers.
I've gotten some really good, because I don't like a chaotic fridge. I like my fridge to look not quite that organized, but if I can do it, oh great. But this fridge is a great size, but it's still smaller than normal fridge, obviously. But I have gotten so many good ideas from those like restocking ones that I have an egg holder that I saw a girl use on TikTok. I found it on Amazon, and it holds all 60 eggs that you can get from Costco, the 60 pack. And it's plastic. So instead of putting the 60-pack of the carton, which is flimsy and crushes the eggs, you put them in this thing, and then now it also is a shelf, so you can put stuff on top of it without having the eggs break. So that for somebody who's got a small fridge, like that is a great space thing, so that I could put stuff on top of it too. So I love the freaking TikTok fridge ones. I love it. I'm like, that's a great idea. Let me just write that
Give
down.
me a moment.
Give me a second. Going to Amazon.
Oh gosh. Ian So Forth has just gifted 10 freaking poor choices memberships, and I'm gonna change my microphone this so you guys can hear this. Thank you so much, Ian.
Yay, Ian. Ian is my sponsor, you guys. My sponsor.
Yes,
sponsored by Ian. I need a t-shirt. I gotta make a shirt that says sponsored by Ian. He drinks
hand sanitizer. No, I'm kidding. He does not. I was teasing him. All right, this is our last piece of news before we move on to the main topic. I'm actually really proud of this. So we have talked about Lizzo many a time on this channel. Many a time. Yeah. And she has undergone a dramatic weight loss. She got shamed by the internet, by South Park, and she literally is a changed woman. Look at how big her tum-tums was here compared to here.
Yeah. Like, well, and I have to wonder how much of that is like compression in that. I want like a full-on before and after, but you could definitely see a difference. Also, I'm 99% sure she's on Ozempic.
She has, like, if you look at the bump here.
Yeah, you can see you definitely tell different.
It's smaller. It's still there, but it's smaller. Her breasts are smaller. Her arms are a teensy bit smaller. You can tell there's some tone to it. So
yeah, she's very proud of her.
Even her face, like she has lost some in her face too. I mean,
oh yeah,
she looks great before she's like, I'm trying to think. Adele, when she gets to like Adele's level, I don't know if she'll even get there.
I don't know. Well, I think she's on Ozempic. So probably she may. I think she's taller than Adele though, that she's bigger just naturally. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure she's on Ozempic.
You know, when I look at this picture, my first thing I think of is, oh my God, her boobs are how I would x-ray them in a mammogram. I know, it's literally so stupid.
No, like, but in all seriousness, on a boob like that, and that happens naturally to a lot of women, guys. It's not just a Lizzo thing. Like as they sag, do you pick it up and push it back and then press it, or do you just like stretch it out like a rubber band?
Pull it all out. What you want to get is as much breast as possible in the paddle. If you push it in, you're not capturing the whole entire press.
So you like stretch it out like
you want to see a bit of the muscle in the picture, so you pulled it out as much. Hers are, I think she's actually small breasted given her size. They're just big because she's a larger woman right now. So when she if and when she gets to a very we'll just say a normal size body where you can fit in seats and you can fit in clothes like 16 and under, maybe 14 and under. And that's still like on a bigger girl, but I think that would be a healthy weight for her in comparison to this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna have to get
I love it. I'm so happy for her. I mean, Ozempic aside, doing it naturally, especially that size, is hard. I mean, if you can afford it, I guess kudos, whatever. But I'm happy for her. I know a lot of people on the internet were very upset about it.
I don't understand why. Like when Adele lost weight, people got upset. I don't know majority of the women who are like, let's say the libs, if they actually were happy about this or not. Like, do they still support their girl Lizzo?
I don't know.
I thought exercise was MAGA and racist. So she became basically everyone in here is like on the more conservative side of things.
Oh no.
Lizzo is an abuser. Well, yeah, that's possibly true. But I still want to commend her for still losing weight. She might not be the nicest person, but why does she hate fat people? I'd say a lot of them are the people that get yelled at about fat shaming. And look where fat shaming has brought us. Yeah. Fitness far right, which is so silly. It's so silly that we actually have politicized fitness and health.
Yeah.
Wow, we got President Donald Trump in the chat.
Wow.
So blessed right now. Hashtag blessed. All right.
We don't know for sure if she is. But the timeline from the videos and whatnot, I mean, unless she's been doing this for the last 6 months to a year, which the timeline doesn't quite fit to lose that much weight pretty quickly. She's also in Hollywood and rich and famous, so I'm pretty sure she's
okay, it could be one of two things. Of course, Ozempic. She also could be exercising almost like 5 times a week, an hour a day, a lot of walking.
But to lose 50 to 75 pounds that quickly
in
just a few months, the timeline would be just a few months. Like it hasn't even been a year. That's a lot. I think that's a lot, but that's a lot.
Your greatest drop is in the beginning. So
yeah.
I can see it because her original picture, if we look at just even that, and how tall is she? Do you remember?
No, I can look it up though.
Lizzo height. She is 5'10". So she's definitely pushing 280 to 320, I think, in the left photo.
Yeah.
Right now, she's probably 215 to 200-ish. It's possible if she's super dedicated.
So the last time I was trying to figure it out. The last time we saw her at that weight in that before picture in the bikini around that size was in May with the South Park special, and she reacted to it, and she was still at that weight. So May, June, July, August. In 3 months, you're losing 50 to 75 pounds. Sis, please. That is. And now listen, I know super overweight people lose weight at first super quick, but that's a lot. Is she's not eating anything? Like I don't know. It just tells me
eating.
Just putting 2 and 2 together that she's more than likely on.
If she's making good choices, I can still see it. I mean, it's not. It might be a bit quick. It might be Ozempic, but it might be working out. We don't know, and she probably won't admit.
It's probably both. Yeah, I mean, it's probably both. And I'm just going off the trend of. And I'm not saying Lizzo was like this, but let's put 2 and 2 together here. 90% of Hollywood is doing this. I have friends in real life that are on the cheaper off-brand version. They could afford it. So they're like, heck yeah, I just need to get this little pounds off from whatever. If you can afford it and you can do it and you don't, you are comfortable with the risks, you're going to do it. Like, come on. Especially women. Okay. There's a lot of women out there as a general whole that are struggling with whatever, and they can't get that last 5, 10, whatever pounds off. And they're like, I'm just going to take this drugs. I'm just saying. She needs whatever she needs to. She's morbidly obese. So I know that they are using it for that. And I don't necessarily mind it for people like that, that need that help and need that push. But I mean, for me to say that is not a jump in shock. Like she's in Hollywood, guys.
She's possibly like on the verge of diabetes, possibly cancer, just given how
she may need the drug anyway.
Yeah.
So
who knows? But I think either way, good for her. She's obviously exercising, so there is at least that, and she's eating healthy, whether it's Ozempic or not. Her and God knows, and maybe her doctor.
yeah. I mean, listen, it's great. I'm happy she's losing the weight. So we all need to do better, anyways. So.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Kudos to Lizzo.
Jonathan Stevie has gifted a Poor Choice membership. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you. And whoever got that. Wait, That's so strange. Says Ian gifted a membership to Jonathan, and then wait, what? Is YouTube spurging on me? I think YouTube is spurging on me. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Epic Mike, giving me some perspective here. Where are you? I saw it earlier and now I lost you. I lost you, Mike. Oh, here. Mike has lost 70 pounds in 3 months on keto.
Nice. Yeah, keto will do it.
So there we go. Wicked, thank you so much for the raid. We got a raid. What's up?
Wicked raid.
Nice, nice. And X-ray, you're not fat, not a 5. Thank you. Oh gosh.
That's funny. Congratulations, Mike. Holy cow. Maybe she's doing keto. Maybe she's doing carnivore. I don't know. She's just a celebrity and she's got millions of dollars. I just don't see why it's such a big deal for me to assume that she's probably on Ozempic. Is it wrong? Maybe.
I want pizza. I miss it. Marcus Henry for 199. X-ray will be playing Wukong on stream. I already did. I did earlier today, and it's a very beautiful game. Very well made. Very difficult gameplay for me. I most likely will not be playing it again because I will be stuck at the same boss for hours, maybe.
And hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that in the nicest way. I'm not, yeah. That game is tough. There are better people out there that play. All right. So we finally get to the big thing. So this is actually proven to be, I think, not real. The study isn't real. Community noted. So Liz Wheeler here posted, this is 100% true. Men playing video games is peak unattractive, beyond red flag, like a deal breaker zone. It's weird that so many dudes don't get this. So they gave them a 90, I'm assuming, percent, because the axis on here is just says unattractiveness score. So what's it scored out of? Who is part of the study? But I don't know. And the community note did say it's very strange that the numbers are rounded to 5. That would not happen in real life.
Yeah, I think I saw somebody comment that this was like a funny, it wasn't a real thing. Somebody made it up too. But I don't know how true that is. I don't know where it came from. It's a very cropped screenshot.
Yeah. Do you think... Okay, let's just look at each of these. Bird watching, I honestly don't care that much. Do you think that's unattractive?
It's better than bird killing.
Unless you're hunting.
Well, that's fair.
Comic book collecting at 55. To be honest, I thought collecting figurines would be around the same as comic book collecting. But hey, so we'll say 55%. Taxidermy at 60.
That should be number one. That creeps me out. It's
Yeah.
weird. Do what I want to do for fun. For fun, I'd like to play with dead things. Thank you so much.
Yep. I mean, there was that girl, Kendall, the taxidermist from Bachelor. Do you remember her?
Yes. She was
so strange. Like,
she was so strange. You have to be to do a job like that. Okay. I mean, you have to be.
Building train models or building model trains. Yet again, I don't really think that's unattractive. Now this gambling, I think is actually quite unattractive. If you do it often, one would think that once in a while is fine. Like every year you go to Vegas, I'm going to set aside 1,000, couple thousand, maybe a couple hundred, whatever it is that you can afford to lose, because most likely you're going to lose it. That's fine. But if you're going once a week, no freaking thank you. Online trolling. I think if you do it for fun every day and attacking people, that's not attractive. It's equivalent to real life bullying. if you do it all the time. I think if you make a funny joke every now and then, you know, not directed at someone.
You're just spending 24 hours a day trolling people.
Like I don't go around to people directly and say F you, you suck, any of that. I think that if you make a joke about a show, it's not, you know. And I will say this, Amanda Stanton started it, not Stanton, oh my God. Stenberg started it first. At least the last one I'm fun of.
Yeah.
With her discourse rap song, trying to own the chuds. Oh God. But yeah. Anyways, CJ says women don't like gamblers because you're risking their retirement plan if all you do is win and get to the Texas Hold'em champions. Entire different story. No. I don't think that's a good type of habit to have. I guess if you're getting to Texas Hold'em, is that counting cards? Can you do that with Texas Hold'em?
Yeah, it's poker, I believe.
Oh, poker. I don't know. I don't know these gambling terms. Obviously, I don't gamble. Blackjack is the best I can do in terms of a type of game, and I barely understand that. I just know you have to get 21 and under. Anything over, you're gone.
Yeah.
So I think there's people who have addictions to gambling who literally sell their houses or have to sell their houses to pay people off. Like that's on the level of like,
that's definitely unattractive.
Like drugs. I equate that to drugs and drug use, like abusive drug use. So, all right, magic tricks. This list is getting so silly.
This list is so silly.
Guys, magic tricks. Honestly, I actually really like going to those the mentalist shows or watching videos of them. Like they're so freaking cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't find Chris Angel attractive, but his magic tricks are cool. But he also dresses like a emo 12-year-old, so there's that.
Yeah. I want to go see a show in Vegas now. One of those mentalists. Be cool. Magician. Yeah. What's that TV show that a lot of them go on? America's Got Talent. AOT.
Oh yeah. And then there's one that Dean Cain hosts, something about magicians.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I can't think of the name of it now. I don't know if he still does, but Dean Cain show. What the heck is it called? Masters of Illusion. That's it. And it's like a competition. It's a pretty interesting show.
Yeah. Collecting figurines, kind of said that earlier, equates to comic book collecting. It's not really that big of a deal. And playing video games. Now, how I equate playing video games is the people who watch sports. You know, people spend all day on Sunday watching football, yelling at their TVs. People play video games all day, all evening, yelling at the video game sometimes, sometimes very angrily. I will say, a person who's an angry gamer, I don't think that's attractive. The same thing with sports. If you get that passionate about it, I'm sorry, that's not attractive.
Oh my gosh, like you break your TV.
Yes. That it's just, it gets to that legit, like how people say toxic behavior when you're destroying stuff. Sorry. That shows that you don't have control over your emotions and you're almost maybe too invested in that hobby. Maybe you need to dial just a little back.
Yeah. And I think that's maybe, I know everybody got mad at Liz Wheeler for like, oh, everybody in this community is in the replies like bashing her. But I'm that's what she means. Am I the only one that got that from what she said? Probably. But it's fine. Like, yes, it is very unattractive when you're playing a video game 24/7 as a slob in your mom's basement, not doing anything with your life. And this goes for women too, okay? I imagine that the equivalent would be how men get annoyed with girlies who are influencers and videotape everything every 5 seconds. They're like on the camera. You know what I mean? That would be the equivalent. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, you're making money on TikTok because of it, but can you just be on this date with me? Stop it. You know? So like video games. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's how I feel about a lot of like actual unattractive hobbies. Like I want hobbies that help build you personally or keeps you relaxed. Like I play a game to relax. When it comes to the hobbies that I don't personally think are attractive, there's something that's detrimentally happening, whether it be personally, socially, or I don't know, your overall health and well-being. Like, I'm not going to date a person who does eating competitions. I think that's a little ridiculous.
Girls also don't like alcoholics who stay in all day getting shit-faced. The problem isn't the activity, it's how you balance it with the rest of your life. Thank you. Eloquent. Eloquent speaking over here. Mark, come replace me, Mark.
But it is true. If you do that hobby way too much and it takes over your life and you play a game literally for 24 hours straight and haven't gone to the bathroom, haven't eaten, haven't slept, I think there's a problem. There is legit an addiction.
Yeah.
Max, you're a big leg.
I also think there's a balance with that too. And I'm talking about myself here too. When we moved out of the house in Vegas, I was like, what is this? Why do I have all this stuff? Like, yes, I like it, but do I like all of this stuff enough? No. And I sold quite a bit of it. And I have more when I open everything. You know what I mean? But like, I told Duke, I said, listen, I have all this huge thing of stuff. I have my figurines, like my Star Wars stuff is probably the most I have. I said, but I don't want that strewn all over the house. You know, I'm not going to, because I have a balance. Like I have my big giant nerdy side, and you know, maybe I'll slip in a Star Wars bathroom towel that's got a tiny Darth Vader on it or whatever. But I don't want that taking over the whole house, because when people walk in, it's like, it's chaos. It's everywhere. I want us to look, when we get our own place, either at a house that has enough bedrooms or building me like a little shed out back where I can set up my cool walls with all of my crazy stuff, and it's chaos in that room and it stays there. You know what I mean? I don't need it overlapping my entire life all the time. That's just chaotic, especially because he's not nerdy. And so that's my way to balance it out. So like, that's what she's talking about here, is it's like, if you're sitting there, you come home from work, hi, bula, and you're on the game from sundown to sunup, you go to work, sundown to, you know what I mean? It's like, there's a balance to it. You know, that's what it doesn't even have to be video games. Literally anything. Mark brought up jigsaw puzzles. Correct. Your taxidermy.
I don't know if that's what maybe Liz means.
Yeah, maybe.
You might be reading a little into it. Just given what she said here, but I mean,
don't know. Maybe.
I think majority of people, that's how you should view it, is just the time. Because I think she truly, based on this, men playing video game is peak unattractive. I think any video games she thinks is unattractive.
I mean, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's probably true.
But
I mean, she's allowed to have those opinions, guys. Sorry, but she is. She doesn't find video game players attractive. Okay, that's fine. Who cares? Y'all get so we all. I say y'all because I get triggered too. We get so triggered over the dumbest shit. Who gives a crap? Like, anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. So she said here, good explanation. Women don't like video games. Women don't dislike video games because they're geeky. We dislike them because they're antisocial and consumption based. Like if a woman said TikTok or online shopping was her hobby should involve actually doing, making, or learning something.
That's an interesting point.
There are certain types of puzzle games you can play that help with skills, brain skill. I'm not saying all, and there actually sometimes is a social element to certain games as well. So both sides. I see both sides of this.
Yeah, I can see both sides of that too. That also tells me that like there's this girl, whoever this Allie girl is with this opinion, probably dated some guy that was the shut him. And they're out there. Don't even chat. They are out there. There's a lot of them out there that all they do is they go to work, they come home, they go to work, they come home, a game, blah, 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 and they're not social in the aspect of leaving. They sit like this all day playing their Call of Duties or whatever. That's what she's probably dated somebody that did that. And she's like, ew, I'm never dating another gamer again, which I don't blame her. If I had that experience, I wouldn't want to do that either. It's just like people being on the phone all the time too. If all you are is,
oh my God, it's so annoying to me.
On the phone while you're having time with your significant other, eventually you're like, hello, does she see me? Does he see me? I'm sitting right here, I don't know.
Okay.
But I do see the consumption thing. I do say it is consumption based. A lot of that list, well, not a lot of it, quite a bit of things on that list, whether it's fake or joke or not, is consumption based. So that, that is a big problem in this country in general.
Yeah. Actually, I'm surprised. So Ghost brings up a good point. I bet if we did drugs or some heinous stuff, that'd be okay. I'm surprised drugs isn't on there.
Yeah, I don't know where that list came from. I clicked the one in the community notes. And it's from Utah. And the categories were video games, bird watching, fishing, yoga. The yoga one I kind of see, and sewing. And it was not, the video games won as far as least attractive. As far as how much more romantically interested would you be in an individual finding out they participate in the following hobbies? And video games definitely won in the less romantically interested, but it was somewhat less, not much less. So that whatever this screenshot is like I don't know if it's a parody or if somebody took it out of context. That I don't know, but
yeah. So George Alexopoulos says, women like you assume your company is more interesting and valuable than a good video game. You are incorrect. Oh God. Is he right? There's potential. There is potential of him being right. So Josiah writes, women really do hate when men are happy doing something that isn't centered around them. Josiah. And then I love Chrissy. I can't find a dude who's into bird watching that's under 70. Oh God. If your man worries about his pastimes being attractive, I got news for you. Oh, and there's Mark here too. Lots of men find boomer posting unattractive too.
Boomer posting.
So, and she keeps posting under her post. This is getting a little wild. I do want to see this.
Okay, I've just been reading all of your responses.
Did you?
Somebody tagged me in this video as a reply and was like, so are you going to have, I think you were tagged in it too. Me, Anna, I think you, Nina, and a bunch of other girls in the community that are gamers and or are married to gamers and or are or whatever, involved with gamers. And he was like, are you going to invite these girls on to interview? So thank you for tagging me, but she definitely is not. No, she doesn't even know who we are.
Replies. No, thanks.
Thanks for the tag. Appreciate it.
All right, let's see what she has to say because I'm actually kind of interested.
Okay, I've just been reading all of your responses to this. First of all, it's funny to me that this went viral because I posted this meme, which I assumed was a meme and not a real survey, as kind of a joke. It is true, but I posted it because I thought it was humorous. You guys, however, are responding very viscerally, so we are going to do a live. Come at me all you want. You guys are totally wrong on this, and we're going to talk about why tomorrow at noon, right here, noon Eastern, right here on X. Be there.
All right, I guess she's doing a live. I kind of want to just see, just out of curiosity, what she has to say. Because she says you guys are wrong in what aspect?
I don't know.
So I guess we will see. She has a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Apparently she went live last night. I didn't watch it. I just saw the tag this morning from that person on Twitter. So thanks.
She looks like a political YouTuber. She talks about Biden.
Did you find the link?
Trump. Oh yeah, I'm on her YouTube channel. The Liz Wheeler. Is Liz Wheeler?
I was gonna say she posted it in her replies too, which is interesting. I'll have to watch that. It's an hour long. Wow.
Just curious. Wow. Yeah. Political YouTuber. Good on you for doing politics. I couldn't do it. It's a little much for me.
I like Liz Wheeler. She doesn't bother me none. I mean, she's allowed her opinion. People are allowed to roast her for it, I guess. But yeah.
But let's see. We got Andrew Matthews for 2 British pounds says, who would troll someone about macaques? Yeah, who would? Andrew.
What about capuchins?
Capuchins. Yeah. Yeah. Why are you not talking about the other monkeys, huh? For $2. What are the surveyed women's hobbies, I wonder? Ooh, okay. If we were to say what is a female hobby that is like total red flag, let's think of
I have a list.
Do you?
I have a list.
Okay, list them out. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Number 1 on my list, if I was dating as a woman and or a man, doesn't matter. And I met a girl and we got to talking about books. It's not the reading. It's not the reading. Reading is a great hobby. Highly recommend. Read your books. Anyway, and she has the audacity to say something to the effect of, I like spicy books that involve fairies, and my favorite book series is the Court of Thrones series or whatever it is. Immediately block her. I'm actually, men in the chat, if you ever block her immediately. Block her immediately. She's weird, and that is a huge no. Nope. If you're on what they call book talk, which is book TikTok, and you're talking about how the book isn't spicy enough and it needs more sex scenes and it needs more of this, and there's not enough relationships with the fairies, no, blocked immediately. That is number 1 red flag. I don't need any rest of my list. That was it.
All right, so no. I have a couple just in my head. Disney adults, someone who is that obsessed about Disney, is a bit too much for me. I know, girl. I know, but like this is like the crazy ones. You know what I'm talking about. You're not that crazy. You still don't have your Disney pass.
Not anymore. I'm broke.
No. Let's see.
I know what you're talking about though, because as much as I love a couple of the people I follow on social media because they give me my Disney fix, it's like, where are you putting all this stuff? Like this, I follow this one girl. I love her content and she's just so happy. And I don't say this to bash her. I mean, kind of, but not in like a bashing way. It just, she does what she calls Mystery Pin Monday every Monday. And so she goes and she gets like 5 or 6 boxes of these mystery pins, and she can afford it because she's viral on TikTok and she got to go to D23 for free. She's fine. Financially, it's fine. But I'm like, she's got to have hundreds of thousands of pins by now. What do you do with them? Where do they go?
I have no idea.
And some of them she gives away to like friends. Like, oh, this is their favorite character. I'll give this to so and so, whatever. But it's like, there's a line. There is a line. I don't think all Disney adults are a problem, but I think a lot of Disney adults are a problem, because when you start being like, I don't have to have kids and you suck because you do have kids, and it's really cool that I got to talk to the virtual Mickey Mouse at D23, but the kids weren't allowed to. That's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's a virtual Mickey Mouse and you're crying over a virtual Mickey Mouse. Please go to therapy. I'm begging you. Please go to therapy. Please go to therapy.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of other things that's a hobby. That is a red flag.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know a lot of people will probably say like the colored hair, but that's not a hobby either.
That's not a hobby, no. Of all the shopping, again, I think there's a line with the shopping, right? There's a line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get out of the house. You guys will probably red flag me for this, but Duke, so we have this trailer. Duke sleeps during the day. And like, I feel bad putzing around here because the trailer kind of shakes. So I usually leave. I like make a coffee and I'll leave. I go to the gym, if there's errands I need to do, I do the errands. But I will literally just for like a couple of hours, I'll hit the library, wander around, see if any books. I'll go to TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Hobby Lobby, kind of wander around. I don't buy anything most of the time. Sometimes I do. It just depends. But like, that's just to get out of the house. But that may be a red flag to some guys. Like, I could see where that's a red flag too.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get my Starbies and go to Target, you know, or whatever. I don't know, but I guess maybe drugs is definitely a red flag.
Yeah.
Animal torture.
I always tease him about the puppies, but I don't actually torture. Today I was like, I was joking, of course. I was like, I'm gonna punch JoJo and I give her a little fist bump. Okay, that's fine. I don't actually, I love that.
I mean, my activity, see, just as a hobby is doing an activity, not just wandering around. Well, yeah. I mean, my hobby is I read. I like to color, like in coloring books. I usually will play hiking. Yeah. I like to hike. I actually do like going to the gym, even though I have no motivation in the morning. But once I'm there, I love
it. Green, go, yo, yeah, yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. I like to. I mean, I play video games. You know, even when I'm on stream, I'll just like pull on something that I can mindlessly wander around, like Long Dark or Pal World or something, and just kind of wander around. I love reading though. I have a stack of books from the library like this right now. They're all Halloween.
Nice. Samaya, tattoos and piercings not a hobby, but I can see how that could be a red flag.
I have never met a woman specifically. Men are 50-50, but I've never met a woman that wasn't head to toe covered in tattoos. I'm talking like the head to toes, covered in tattoos, that wasn't using that as their therapy instead of going to therapy. You know what I mean? And didn't hate their body. Ooh, I've never met a woman.
A person who has been in therapy for years and it hasn't worked.
Oof.
Sorry.
Oh, Max, this is a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, Wiccans! The Wiccans! Oh my God, they're insane. Oh, people who like astrology.
Yeah, listen, I follow sometimes. I'm like, oh, what's my horoscope say today? But the ones that literally make their whole world around it, it's like Mercury's in retrograde or in the microwave or whatever it is they say. And like, that's why I'm acting so nutty and why I killed 35 people. It's weird. And you're like, no.
Excuse me. The energy in here is just so like toxic. I don't want to be here. I don't know. But yeah, tarot cards. People who want their palms read or anything on that like spectrum, no.
Yeah.
Earlier, people were saying the whole thing about traveling. I understand why that's a red flag, but I don't think it's a red flag, at least for myself.
I don't think it's a red flag. But I also have never had a man pay for my travels via Instagram. So
no, that's kind of weird. A little weird, just a lot of weird, but
first of all, I'm a Libra, but close, because I'm on the cusp actually of Libra and Scorpio. Anyway.
I'm just trying to think, is there anything else, chat? Is there any other like super big red flag
hobbies,
female?
Guys, hobbies, focus, hobbies.
Tarot Crystal, that's not technically a hobby. Women who sleep around a lot.
I mean, I guess if we go by CJ's definition, it is an activity.
Yeah. Oh, people who do a lot of clubbing and like bars. Agricola says, hello. Yes, gaming is absolutely a red flag. It's scientifically proven that wives who are gaming burn pancakes and steaks 200% more often. Which science said this? Is the science settled?
That makes sense, actually.
Oh God. The funny thing is like CJ's being like, these aren't hobbies. Women don't have hobbies. I don't know how he's saying it. It's hard to tell when it's text. I also don't know what you sound like, so
Women don't have hobbies.
It sounds nicer because you have the French influence, but yeah. If you think about it, when you go to those dating sites and it says like what women like to do, there are very few women that actually have hobbies. I would say the sportier girls have hobbies, hiking, swimming, paddleboarding, camping, I call that a hobby too, because you got to have the specialized equipment for it. And I try to think like, yeah, almost true. Women don't have as many hobbies as men. Not usually. Personally, when I was in my early 20s, I just like hanging out with my friends, going on dog walks and hikes and like little things like that. So,
Aww.
yeah. CJ's like, I thought we gamed together a few times. I don't remember it, to be honest. And it's not a dig at you. I don't remember what I did last week.
That's fair.
So I'm very forgetful.
Ooh, are you calling that the Swifties right now? Oh my god, if she's a Swiftie, that's not, I don't know if I would consider that a hobby. Actually, I do consider that a hobby because those Swifties spend 24 hours a day analyzing every little thing Taylor does, and that's their little hobby. Run. Just run for your life.
Mark made pop.
Run for your life.
I'm hungry. I mean, cooking can technically be a hobby if you're trying to do some crazy new recipes. I think.
I love reading is probably my biggest, other than the video game stuff. But I also do that for a living ? So I don't know if that actually counts. But reading is probably my biggest one. I have read so many books this year already.
God,
it is a lifestyle, Max. Run from the Swifties, guys. Run.
Honestly, that is a huge red flag. Anyone who's a Swiftie or a BTS fan, like hardcore.
Oh my god, the crazies. Why are they so crazy? Why?
No idea. And BTS isn't even together anymore at this moment. Like,
Damn.
They didn't break
I bet
up,
the girlies are so sad.
I think the last I checked, like maybe a year ago, some of them had to do like I don't know what the word is, but they had to do service for their country. In South Korea, it's like required of their males.
Oh, like military service?
Yeah. Yeah. So they don't get exempt because they're celebrities.
Oof.
And I mean, kudos to them. Teaches them some good traits. And I mean, maybe it gives them a better discipline, how to function in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly the discipline. That's called conscription, Imran. Maybe. I don't know that word. Oh gosh. But yeah. All right. So I guess we can pivot to this next one here. I'm sure y'all
need that sound alert. When we pivot to a new conversation, we need to play Ross. Pivot.
Oh, I don't have that. I can do I'm trying to find a sound bite. No, there's no good sound bites here. Maybe we'll do
I'll do it. Pivot. Okay, we're good. That's his
time to pivot.
It's time to pivot.
All right. So British model is warned to leave Spain for her own safety after outraging locals by taking off her knickers and leaving them to be found in Costa hotspots, including a supermarket bread counter. Have you heard about
this woman? We watched the video last week?
Oh, yeah. She's been kicked out of Spain now. She should leave Spain.
Goodbye.
I forgot we watched this. Oh, I think stomach tattoos is another red flag. In all honesty. But yeah.
Oh my god, what is that?
What?
Her tattoo, ma'am.
Thing. Okay.
No.
Do a video on her. I think I have it. Oh, here.
Oh, Joey Swole did? I love Joey Swole.
Joey Swole. Uh-huh. So.
I'm back in the supermarket again. In with the hot dogs.
Wait, pause.
What?
She has. This is the problem. I would say the majority of people that saw the video on Twitter, the one that we originally watched, were disgusted, horrified. Oh my god! She still has 26,000 likes. Almost 27. We'll round
I don't
it.
know if this was because it went viral or because she has that many followers. Now she's an influencer, so God knows. I actually did check.
Let's find out. I'll find out.
And I'm sure
she has
going viral helped.
193,000 followers on Instagram, which is what she's on. Yep. So almost 200,000 followers on Instagram. I don't know if she's on TikTok. I don't see a TikTok account.
She should just be on TikTok at this rate.
So yeah. So she's making good bucks. That's the problem. And yes, she has an OnlyFans, we know. 85% off right now. You guys can go ahead and go do it. But this is the thing, is like, if people throw a fit, everybody was disgusted, blah, blah, blah. There's still 30,000 of you. They're like, yay, come on.
And that's the thing, is like, she's being rewarded. Of course she's going to do it again and again and again. There's literally been, well, at the point that she was doing like multiple videos, there's been no backlash. Now, obviously there has been more backlash now that it has become viral, but now CJ's funny. You know, corn is free. Well, yes, but
yes, not in Texas.
OF and the types of influencers like even Amouranth, they give you access that you don't get emotionally with a video on any of the other sites that are free. Having this emotional investment and closer access to this certain celebrity, influencer whatsoever, I understand why it's attractive and people are attracted to purchasing it.
Yeah.
But doesn't necessarily make it okay. I don't know. That's up to you. Put your money where your mouth is. We've been saying that to people, and obviously people are enjoying it. So it's not something we can argue and make it go away in an instant. So
yeah. I wanted her to get arrested. Getting kicked out of the country is hilarious and well deserved, but she should go to prison and also be tested for STDs and then thrown in prison twice.
Especially because she left the underwear in food. I think that could be like, if she actually gave someone diseases because she left the underwear, is that technically assault? Because at some point back in the day, that was a form of assault.
I tell you what, if you have HIV, AIDS, that kind of thing, knowingly, and you know you have it, and you're still sleeping around, insisting not using condoms, etc., you can actually go to prison for murder, attempted murder. Fun fact. Just a fun fact.
Wow. Yep.
If they catch you. And it's a caveat of like bioterrorism, or I don't know. There's a whole big list of things, but you could actually go to jail for attempted murder with a bioweapon. Bioweapon. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. The only place that you can't get, I guess, arrested for it is in California. I think they changed their laws that you don't have to disclose that you have HIV. They're just stupid.
Good God.
So stupid. Like, you could change a person's life so easily.
Yep.
So be careful out there in California.
What?
So anyways, let's continue.
California needs to fall off the planet. No offense, Max.
Sorry, Max.
Just want to give an update from this video from yesterday, where this woman is going around supermarkets, leaving her underwear in with food as a donation, as she likes to call it. Well, apparently for one of those videos, she was visiting Spain. And when local officials and people saw this disgusting behavior, they told her to leave the country. But not before Uncle Dijon had something to say about it. Enjoy.
A little donation in regard.
Excuse me, I came here for some roast beef and you're in the way? What the heck is that? Oh, wait a minute. This doesn't go here. I'll put this back where it belongs. I always try to help the employees whenever I can, but I'm not putting the cart away, though. That's too much cardio, and cardio is not good for your gains.
Wow. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh, God. So, I mean, people just don't leave your underwear. I have heard some horror stories about people in changing rooms. Things people leave there, the messiness, and yeah, people be disgusting. Like so disgusting. So I'm not surprised someone is doing it for clout.
Disappointed, but not surprised.
No. People need to stop that nonsense. Stop it.
Stop. And stop subscribing to the nonsense. God, flood it again.
You know what? We got Acolyte canceled because there were not enough viewers. You can do the same with people.
Please stop Everybody went on a big thing. It was all viral. I don't know, like a month or so ago, where everybody was unsubscribing and blocking a bunch of celebrities for some stupid crap. I don't even know anymore. It doesn't really matter. And we can show them. Yeah, please show them with this kind of stuff too. I'm begging y'all. I'm begging y'all. God.
Are you gonna be okay?
I hate everybody. I want it to flood again. Please flood it again. I can swim for a good 5 minutes. Please flood it again. I'm begging you.
All right. So, because we were kind of like on that thing about the HIV/AIDS, I actually found a video of someone talking about it. Now,
is that a man?
Yes. Not a big fan of Ian Malstrong, but whatever. They thems are saying that they don't have to disclose that they have HIV before hooking up. Thoughts?
Yes, you do. Those are my thoughts.
So it depends on who, I guess, where you are. Depends on where you are.
Put HIV positive on my profiles. People don't want to touch you. I remember being on a date with someone, so I brought him back to my place. It was like, okay, like I need to tell you something. Like I'm HIV positive. And I remember he like looked at me. It was like I murdered him.
Do you agree that, like, I think you should disclose it? And the way he said it was like, you know, people don't want to be with him. That's fair because that's their life in your hands.
Yep. And from what I'm gathering from the way he's saying the story is he told him afterwards. Yeah, I absolutely would have thought you murdered me too. Like, it's a very real possibility, my peeps.
Yep. And like if you get HIV and then it turns to AIDS, the drug regimen that is out there is so like time sensitive. You have to take the drugs at a certain time every day to prevent it from the disease from furthering into AIDS. And it's expensive. Also, on top of that, we'll call this like a red flag. The fact that you got it shows that you have personality traits that are, one, promiscuous, and two, risky. How would you feel before you had HIV and AIDS if someone didn't disclose it to you?
I would be so heartbroken because not everybody, and listen, I don't know what the medical laws are anymore, but that's a lot of medications and a lot of bills and a lot of stigma for the rest of it. And rightfully so. It's not just a casual disease. Like I can't. It's like somebody being like, I have Ebola.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not like the other STDs that are out there where you just take some medication. Like chlamydia is curable, right? I think it's chlamydia.
Yeah.
So I just find it wild that this person has this view. And I mean, it hurts, but that's also part of what happened. And you got yourself there. And he obviously isn't okay with having HIV and AIDS. Oh God. I'm sorry, John. It's part of our news segment.
Hi, Liz. Yeah, it's a drug it's a drug combo. They're not cheap. You know what I mean? They're not cheap drugs. It's crazy. Oh, this is facts, Mike. This is absolute facts.
He says promiscuity and unprotected sex is rampant within the gay community. It's tragic. Well, monkeypox has increased, and that's part of
I wonder why
that you get being of that community. And hey, just like it is for heterosexual sex, you should probably worry about protection. Even if you can't get pregnant, there are other things that can happen that are as consequential as having unprotected, female male sex. Oh God.
Yep.
Wow, everyone's now calling Mike gay. Mike, be careful.
I think it's very. Is it not common knowledge? I think it's common knowledge. I knew that.
I mean,
But I also have had friends over the years that entirely too much information, but also they don't. It's the same. It's the same that it's pretty common knowledge. Weird, but pretty common knowledge that senior citizen homes are full of these diseases too. Not necessarily HIV, but they're full of STDs.
They just do it.
Yep, full of them. So it's sad and it's heartbreaking. Like, one, that's really not where that's supposed to go. But two, if you're gonna put it there, wear a condom.
Epic Mike keeps hitting on Mark, so it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, they're really open about it. I agree, Elizabeth. Yep.
Lots of LGBT and poly relations. Yeah. Yup.
The thing is, you know what's even sadder is this guy is going to. We're going to see him on a true crime podcast at some point. I'm just going to put it nicely that way. We're going to see him on a true crime podcast at some point, because there are people that are very unstable out there. When they find that out, they're going to lose it. That debatable on whether or not you agree with them losing it, but he's lucky this guy left and blocked his number or whatever it is he's about to say, and not beat him to a pulp. You know what I mean? Like, that's not okay. It's not okay.
Let's see what he has to say then.
I was like, I thought he was going to beat the shit out of me. He was like, I can't believe you wouldn't tell me. And like, you gave me HIV, and like, was just
He told him after. Oh my God.
Yep.
You were right on that.
I was. I hate that I'm right on that. I don't want to be right on that. I was hoping I was wrong.
Yeah. And that's why if you're going to start having sex with random strangers, put a, a little rubber on it.
Listen.
It's fine. Doesn't feel
going
good.
in the pooper. You should put a condom on it anyway. You don't know what kind of poops are in there.
Advice for anyone who is about to, do the nasty. The nasty. So, God, there's nothing like regret to make you feel great about things like.
So sad. I feel so bad for this guy. Not this guy. This guy can go straight to Hades, but the other guy,
not the boyfriend, the guy he was dating. But even then, it's on both people's responsibility. The one guy, well, both of them failed to wrap it up. I think if you have HIV and AIDS, or AIDS, okay, I guess and AIDS. Oh my God, I can't speak. But if you have it, you should automatically be wrapping it up. He doesn't care that he could potentially give it to someone. And that is more egregious and disgusting than what the other guy did, which is have risky sex. And now he has learned. I hope he has.
I hope so. Hopefully he's not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there is an actual situation where he wouldn't get it. I don't know. But
I don't know the statistics on the possible transmission of it. I know it is bodily fluids, but I don't know if it's 100%. If you have a life-threatening illness and keep that info from the person you're sleeping with, that is evil. Absolutely. Yep. I agree.
Knowingly spreading an STD and not informing is a crime. Not in California. It's not. Apparently.
STD, HIV, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of other states, they do have, I think Micah's right on, some states do have, depending on the STD, but yeah, spreading AIDS and HIV for sure is a crime. But just not in California, apparently.
Yeah. So okay, so people are saying how HIV is transmitted in the chat.
HIV is spread through blood and semen.
Not saliva. Well, I knew that about the saliva, but
less than 1%, somebody says, less than 1% don't get infected. God, that's so crazy.
Or you mean less than 1% actually get it? I think he means actually get it. Less than 1% actually get it.
Oh.
Yeah. It is very rare to transmit it through sex.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
never mind.
So, yeah. All right, let's see what else he has to say.
Losing his mind. And I'm like, no, that's not possible. Even if I bled on you, like an open wound, like that wouldn't happen. I'm undetectable. And like, you know, but he just like didn't want to hear it. Now, like the way the law goes, like being undetectable, like I really don't have to like disclose my status. Right. And you think about it, like anyone that you meet on your first date or if like you're hooking up, like are you like, I have diabetes, I have high blood pressure. You're not telling them any of this shit. Where HIV is now, like if you are undetectable, like you don't necessarily like have to disclose that. I don't think you're putting anyone at any risk that you have to like necessarily go through that. But it's because of the stigma and shame that I feel like I have to disclose. People would look at that as betrayal.
It is betrayal if you don't disclose it. So
well, especially listen, here's the thing. Okay, you're undetectable. So that means you're not contagious, whatever that means. Okay, good for you. But you know dang well everybody else is, and they're gonna lie and say, oh no, I'm undetectable. I don't have to disclose when they actually are, because humans as a whole suck. And we like to lie about stupid crap. And so you know that the people are, especially in certain places other than other places, you're going to get the liars. They're going to it runs rampant through your community. You're going to have your liars. So just because you're the one person that's trustworthy, I can't. And fun fact. Here's a really fun fact.
He had the, hooked up, and I like how he like tries to like compare it to high blood pressure and diabetes. I'm sorry, you can't catch diabetes or high blood pressure from someone like that.
And I do think that, and the other thing is like eventually that is a conversation that you and your partner do have. Like, what's your family's history? Oh, I have a history of this and I have a history of that, or I have diabetes. Like, you can't hide diabetes. Okay. They literally walk around with these things like stuck to their arms. Like, what? Eventually you're going to find out. Yeah. And that's a serious conversation that people have. Like, okay, well, maybe your medical history and my medical history, maybe we shouldn't have kids. Or, you know what I mean? Like, that's hard conversations people have. Maybe we need to up the life insurance because you have type 100 diabetes or whatever. You know what I mean? That eventually those conversations are had and you work through it, but you still can't catch it from somebody. And it's not going to kill you. It's going to kill that person, but not you. Like, what? Oh, my God.
I think the best way for him to move through like dating would be to just abstain from sex until you actually have a connection with someone, and then disclose and be like, I mean, I really like you. I want to do this. But before we do this, I have to tell you something. And then at least you have an established connection. If you're telling them on date one and you're boning them, your hand is probably more effective at that rate.
And here's an idea. Create a group of people who are like you and just date each other. You're gonna worry about it.
Oh my God, like a network of all undetectables.
Yeah. And you guys can just date each other. Then you don't have to worry about it. There you go. Yes. Hi. You're welcome for my genius idea. I will charge you $100,000.
Doll hairs. Not dollars, doll hairs. Oh my God. Did we ever talk about the Pedro Pascal stuff?
No, we kind of talked about it last night on our gaming stream, but not.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we should, because I haven't talked about it at all.
Pivot. We're pivoting.
Pivot. So everyone has seen this clip. Pedro apparently suffers from anxiety, and when he's having a bit of a nervous breakdown. Maybe not a breakdown, but when he's anxious, he needs to touch someone to calm down. This is scientifically proven that yes, touch really does calm down your blood pressure. Okay, so I can believe that aspect. Now, Anna did go viral with her tweet saying that he's a huge man baby and he's emotions. I might not have said those words, but I really think that if you are on stage and you have been an actor or actress or performer for 5 years at least, you should be able to have some sort of mechanisms to deal with the said anxiety. Maybe not go on stage for Comic-Con if you can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Maybe not rub someone's arm like that to hold their hand. maybe poke their arm and or like come up and say, hey, I'm having like, or a code word, say banana. I mean, like, okay,
Bananas.
it's just because it's here. That was like, so I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Where did it go? Where did it go? Sarah Crystal has showed up in the chat. That's what you are 50 years old. You've had anxiety. If it's even a real thing, I don't I think there's a very teeny tiny population of the world that has true anxiety, where you have like the fits and the panic attacks and all that. And I don't think it's this many people we're at here, but I think it's actually this. I don't think he has any of that. First of all, he's been in the business now, I don't even know how long. And now all of a sudden he's starting to touch people. Where's the video footage of him doing this to literally anyone else? I don't have any video footage. This wasn't brought up when he was filming Last of Us with his co-star there. Who is an adult, by the way, Bella. She's an adult. He didn't do it to her. He didn't do it to Gina. He didn't do it to what's her bucket with the red hair, the short hair from Stargate. He didn't do it to anybody else. He didn't do it to anybody on the Game of Thrones set. He didn't do it to Gal Gadot when he was filming Wonder Woman. Where's all that footage? Now all of a sudden you're doing it to this woman? Nah, I guarantee you he's got a crush on her. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out if they were having relations, but that's just the cynic in me talking. It wouldn't surprise me. I think he's an idiot. And if that had a boyfriend like she does, I'd mentioned this kind of last night. If that was me and Duke saw that, he'd be like, why does this man feel this comfortable touching you like that in public in front of people?
Yeah, on
Why?
stage.
On
Now
stage.
has been viral. Like, if for him to see this go this crazy on, Twitter, I'm sure TikTok as well, like, I wouldn't feel very respected.
Yeah.
In a relationship. Even if he has anxiety. Yeah. I get it. I get
50.
This.
Come on, dude. You learned how to control your anxiety a long time ago, if that's truly the case. Personally, I think there's something a little bit more going on here, but what do I know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that he's a predator or anything like that, which I've seen some people say. But why is there no footage of him doing something similar with all the rest of his co-stars? And I'm not talking like, oh, we're hugging, yay, go watch The Last of Us. I'm talking this kind of a situation. There's not one clip. Nobody's posted any clips. You guys think this is weird? He's been doing it for years. Where are they? If he truly suffers, then there should be clips of him everywhere petting people. Not just women, but people.
If he actually truly had anxiety, the first thing isn't to touch someone. The first thing is to maybe remove yourself from the situation, not keep yourself in the situation.
Yeah, maybe. That I don't know. Because I don't suffer from it that badly. But it's just weird to me. Like, now all of a sudden this footage is or something like this coming out. I don't know. To me that looks very intimate. That is an intimate gesture. Very, very intimate for whatever reason. Whether he's anxiety, whether she is giving off pheromones and he just had to touch her, I don't know. But if it really truly was an anxietal mental health thing, we would have footage of it over the 20 years he's been around, that anybody cared about, that he's been around, at least 20 years.
I was gonna say, I've only known him since like Mandalorian, so God
knows.
Game
Game of Thrones would be my thing, but I mean, he only had a minor part, but yeah, you know what I mean? There's no footage of him doing this to Gal Gadot. There's no footage of him doing this to, I don't know, Grogu. I don't know. There's no, where is the history? If you have a mental health thing, where is the history? It's weird to me. It's just weird to me. The whole thing is weird. I don't think he's creepy or anything like that. People were calling him like, oh, he's a predator. No, I don't think anything like that. But I think there's something more going on here than just, we have anxiety.
He doesn't have good coping mechanisms if he truly does have anxiety. And I guess.
Yeah, her body language is pretty stiff too. Anna brought that out too. She's just like, okay, stop touching me. Like, what are you doing?
She's like, don't touch my back. Hold your hand. Because he was going for her back. Look at that. So arm.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then she grabbed the hand.
Mm-hmm. Which also kind of tells me maybe there's something going on. maybe something's going on. And she's like, are you seriously doing this in person right now? Or like in public right now? I don't know.
Even we're looking at this, his stance is very laissez-faire. There's no signs that looks like he's actually nervous.
He's not bouncing. I know people in my life that have had anxiety, not everybody, but a lot of them tend to like nervous. Like his microphone would be bouncing, you know, like
this or
yeah, he's doing this. Hey, I'm nervous. You know, there's always a hand. So like, you know, they're holding something and they're doing something like this and then they'll come out. At least in my experience with the people I know, that they're like, hey, like I'm having a problem. Hey, you know, that okay. This is intimate. There's something else going on here. I'm sorry, but there's something else going on here. They may be more than friends. I don't know.
Yeah. So there we go. Too bad he didn't have a baby Grogu with him. Maybe that would have helped.
That's just my opinion on the thing. I don't know. I mean, you know, somebody said just now in the chat for having stage fright. He's been doing this for literally, famously now, comic conventions, speeches, awards, et cetera, for at least, I would give him 10 years max. Now, you still are acting that badly on stage? Like, and there's always a nervousness that comes with it. Sure. I don't know. This is just such an intimate gesture. It's just intimate. It looks like he's like looking at her. That to me was a puppy boy in his first relationship in a while wanting to touch his girl. And she's like, sir, please back out. That's what that looks like to me. I don't know. What do I know?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Aw. Okay. We have Nightmare for $2. They then get Botox on their buttholes.
Oh.
Well.
Oh, the HIV. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it relaxes their sphincter. Makes sense, I suppose.
The Botox does? It doesn't tighten it?
Would it relax it? That's what Botox does. It relaxes the muscles.
Oh, is that why it makes it all smooth?
Yeah.
I thought it tightened stuff. I don't know. I don't do that stuff, so I don't know.
Or it paralyzes it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what that effect would be. Because when you think about I'm forgetting now. I know this with the urinary sphincter that your muscles you need to actively think to relax those to hold the muscles. So when you relax, that's not something you do regularly. Wonder if the same thing for the too. Not thinking. Anyway,
I don't want to know.
Lipstick. I thank you for the rose, Miss Martin Muses. As we talked about buttholes, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, Teresa.
Paralysis of the muscles would still end up being like relaxing them, wouldn't it?
You don't want a wrinkly bum. No, but seriously, cellulite. Can I do it for cellulite? That'd be cool.
No, it wouldn't work for cellulite. Cellulite isn't muscle; it's fat, like fatty deposit. Yeah, I got to brush up on my science knowledge, honestly.
You're smarter than me, since you clearly have some of it still.
Let's see. Do we want to do another reaction? I'm getting hungry.
Sure. Whatever you want. You tell me. I'm good.
Okay, this one. Okay, we'll do this last one here. So this man gets his wife to cook him a separate meal because he's picky. So we'll watch the video.
You see, Mercy, was that so difficult?
Do you like it?
Yeah. Like, why can't you do this all the time? Make 2 separate meals.
I was feeling it today.
It's a good idea. You know, if it's not a whole lot of work. I think me and the kids really appreciate it.
This is just for you, though. You know the kids will eat Nigerian food.
Kids are less picky than the husband.
Oh my God.
Now, okay.
No.
My thoughts on this is she's a mom. She has kids. I don't know if she works. And is it easy to make 2 sets of meals? Not necessarily. Spaghetti.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Is easy enough if you're just, pouring sauce out and warming it up. This guy clearly doesn't like the food that she makes, Nigerian food. I wonder how he ended up with her, to be honest.
Well, okay, that's my thing. Listen, kudos to her for doing it. Wife of the year. Okay, I hope he's like taking care of her later. You know what I mean? But if you don't like Nigerian food, why are you with a Nigerian?
That's what my first thought. She's literally from home country, Nigeria. She's got the accent and everything.
Surprise! She's gonna cook Nigerian food. I know it's weird to wrap your brain.
That's such a shocker. And
I'm shocked.
I think it's the way he says it. It just seems so condescending. Why can't you just do this all the time? Excuse me? Really? That's the thing that bothered me the most about this. Like, Mark and I, we eat different foods because I'm on a diet. He's on his diet. We cook separately. Yeah. Sometimes I'll cook for him. Sometimes he'll cook for me. But we don't typically eat the same food. But he does not expect me to make his food. I'll go shopping for his food, though. All that. But it just... expectation versus reality. He's gonna now expect it.
I mean, and listen, if it works for them, that's great. Duke doesn't like jalapenos and pickles and whatnot. So like, if I'm making, I don't know, a cheeseburger and I put pickles on mine and I'm making them, you know, he cooks the burgers because he's better at it than me. And I'll put the sandwiches together. I won't put pickles on his cheeseburger, you know, because I know he doesn't like them. You know, so why would I do that? That would be rude. So I can see it, I guess, from that standpoint. Like, if you know he doesn't like food, then why are you cooking it? But also, if that's all she cooks and you knew that's all she cooked, I don't. What do I know?
Makes no sense. And so my question is, maybe, you know, if you don't like the food she makes, what do you usually eat? Do you eat the food that she makes, or do you make your own food? Like, maybe the context would help in this situation. They've obviously been together for at least over maybe a year because they have one child. He said kids.
Well, the kids,
so
and they're old enough to eat spaghetti or whatever it was she's making. So they're old enough to chew.
4 to 5 years at least. 4 to 5 years they've been together. So, dude, either like grow up and make your own food. Don't make your wife do it all the time and be, I don't know, that blasé about it. But you know, if you don't like her food, figure something out.
Well, I actually don't know. I mean, I don't know. It says grown man makes his wife, but did he? You have to make a separate meal. The thing is like the caption on the tweet says grown man makes his wife cook him a separate meal, but the caption in the video says you have to make a separate meal for your husband because he won't eat Nigerian food. So did he make you, or did you do it because you know he doesn't like your food, so you made him something different that you know he would like? And the kids were like, "No, Mom, we want the Nigerian food." You know what I mean?
Look at it. So
that's two completely different things. He's like, "Woman, you will make me something else right now." That's different, you know?
That line that says, "Was that so difficult?" It was probably on his request.
Oh, okay. That's true. I did forget that.
So I don't know if make or request. We don't know the context, but the fact that he said, "Was that so difficult?"
Yeah, it sounds like a fight.
Like, why can't you do this all the time? I hate that line.
Yeah.
It's a slap in the wife's face. I kind of feel bad for her. I feel bad for her. So, chat, what do you think? Do you think the husband's, you know, is in his right and for wanting different food, and that's okay? Maybe all the time, or sometimes, or not at all.
I also find it interesting that he's like, if it's not a lot of work, it's a good idea. Me and the kids appreciate it. And she's like, you know, the kids eat this, right? He doesn't even know that his kids are more adventurous than him. That's kind of weird. I wonder if she's stay at home. She must be. He probably works, so he doesn't really know. But I just thought that was interesting.
It's scientifically, I read a couple studies, so somewhat proven that what you eat while the child is in utero the kids will generally like those foods. So if she ate Nigerian food while pregnant, it would make sense that the kids like it.
Yeah.
Who knows? So Matt says husband gets what he wants because he is the head of household. Simple as what?
That's fair. That is fair. Also, I find it interesting, like with kids, you know, at least this is how I grew up. You will eat what I make or you'll starve.
And that's the thing is if the wife works as well, or is a full-time stay-at-home mom, doesn't how many kids she has, that affects things. Last week we talked about the ability to have a cleaner or a nanny, you know.
So, yeah.
If she doesn't have time because of all the duties that she has to care for the kids, et cetera, making a second meal is not easy because you got to worry about the kids' meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And assumingly your husband's meals too. So to make an additional meal on top of that, I don't know. The feasibility, it really depends on their home situation. If all he wants is spaghetti, easy. I'll do that easily.
Yeah. And that looked really easy too for her, at least this time around, because whatever she was eating was meat. It looked like meat and sauce too. So it just was switching. You know, you'd save some of the meat for him and don't season it the Nigerian way or whatever. I don't know what she's making specifically, and you do pasta instead of rice. That's easy. Although, who doesn't like rice? Like, sir, calm down.
I don't like rice.
Love rice. Jonathan says, does he have an allergy? I had the issue with my Vietnamese ex. I'm allergic to coconut, and due to diabetes, I can't eat rice. So that's completely different. Of course. Absolutely, she should make different foods. Definitely. Yeah. She don't want you to die and keel over on her.
Those two things, his is preference. That is life and death. Very different. He's not going to die if he eats Nigerian food. Now, if he's going to die, totally different. Depends on the ingredients. So I like how CJ was like, I make 2 meals for 2 people every day, every meal. Again, it's not that hard. Do you have kids, CJ?
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I do, but Duke and I eat the same things, but sometimes I tweak something because I know he likes it preference. So I get it. I get her doing it.
But a tweak is not the same thing as making a complete different meal.
Fair.
Right? I don't know. We don't know their situation. We're commenting on what we know so far, and until we get all the, it's like the whole idea of the those am I the a-hole? It's like, unless we get the full content, we don't know. So
yeah, that's true. CJ does cook for his mom and him, so it's like 2 completely different diets. That's fair.
But yeah, maybe one day we'll find out. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. So anyways, chat, guys, everyone. I'm hungry. I need to eat. I made Mark bring me popcorn. This will take over for my blueberries, clearly.
Blueberries.
So Tags, what's coming up for you?
Stream tomorrow, 5 p.m. Central. And then Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central is Curse of the Crimson Throne on Geeks and Gamers Tabletop. Oh, Jojo! Oh.
Do you want to say hi to Tugs?
Hi, Junior.
She just is getting better from being sick, so she's a little schmuppy right now.
Oh, I want to hold her. Tell Mark to put pants on.
Oh my God. Don't tell him to come back here and show his mustachy face.
I want to see the mustache.
No. Okay,
Yeah.
Mark, come here and show the mustache.
I want to see it.
It is, I don't like it. I don't like it. But
She's not growling. What happened to JoJo?
She's feeling sick.
Poor
baby is sick. So, were you finished before I continue?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Stream tomorrow, 10 a.m. Saturday. Geeks and Gamers Tabletop. That's it.
have one.
It's a me, Amalia.
Fan of that at all.
You're the worst wife ever.
I'm a good wife. I just don't like your mustache.
Making fun of my physical appearance on the internet today.
Just today. I'm sorry. John Thomas, member for 11 months. Thank you. Says breaking news. Lizzo is losing weight. Yay!
Yay! Go Lizzo! Go Lizzo! Go Lizzo! Go Lizzo!
Go
We love a good weight
Lizzo.
loss story.
Yeah. So you can find me X-Ray Girl everywhere. I'm playing Diablo right now. I tried Black Myth Wukong and you know, it's just not my game. And that's fine. But yeah, it's all good. Yes, my internet is wigging out. I don't know how to fix it. So
Yeah,
we'll
she's
figure it
all
out.
blurry. Look, for once, I'm the clear one.
Jojo, what are you going to be doing for the next few days? Sleeping, pooping, peeing. Right, baby?
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan to me.
Good, baby. So, guys, this has been fun. I hope you guys have a good day, and we will see you guys next time, next week, for another Poor Choices. Bye.